Greetings and salutations, my name is Xenogard, and today we're going to be taking a look at Verses of Enchantment. This is a bit of a weird one. It is a roguelike deck builder where you build a deck filled with cards that have keywords that turn into AI-generated poetry. You are a magical wizard that combats other wizards in a duel to the death with AI generated poetry. It is a bizarre and interesting, very novel take on the deck building genre, and it's a lot of fun. The only real way to see this thing in action is to just see it in action. So let's go ahead and check it out. I have played about 30 minutes of the game, just got a couple duels in to kind of get my feet wet. So up here we have, this is our character. We have our deck, we can edit our deck here, and then we have gold, which is used to buy rations. Rations are these things down here that are used to like travel the world and such. Can go ahead and preview our deck here. Each card has like different keywords on it, and that is what the AI uses to generate the poems. And also different cards will have like effects, like if your last poem contained mostly nature words, then you deal 20 damage and things of that nature. The starting deck, unfortunately, is a kind of a mishmash of just a bunch of different things that don't really work. It's a little bit of everything, whereas you really want to like start tailoring your deck towards, maybe having two types of cards, similar to like something like Magic. You want to be like in you want to be in either one or two colors instead of maybe three, but you don't really want to branch out to all of them. So we've got a couple extra of nature cards, so I've went ahead and swapped those in and got rid of some of these ego cards. But yeah, let's go ahead and start moving here, I believe. So yeah, every time you move, it uses up one of these rations. At each town, you can kind of go there and buy like a specific number of rations, things like that. Sometimes you can find traders and buy cards and whatnot. After every combat, you win you win a choice of one of three cards. So let's go ahead and see if we can. Doesn't seem like we can move directly on top of them. Oh, there we go. There we go. What was that? And here we have Flora, the Forest Sage. You have ventured from home to learn more about poetry. How wonderful! I can teach you what I know. So how about we have a duel? We've dueled her a couple times. Defeated again? I shouldn't go easy on you. Let's just go ahead. Gonna defeat her for another time. So here are the cards that we draw. This is us, this is our opponent, and our decks and whatnot. So we need to pick 3 of these cards to start building out a poem with keywords. So unfortunately, we don't have a lot to play here. A lot of these kind of rely on having other cards, and we unfortunately didn't draw any Gloom cards with us. I'm thinking like a Gloom and Passion deck could be pretty good, so I'd like to start trying to set that up if possible. Unfortunately, really none of this matters, so we're just going to do Joy Love. We'll hang on to the Desire in case we can use it next turn. And then we'll discard one from our hand. Probably discard this music. Joy, Love, and Moon. Go ahead. Alright, select the card, discard. We'll discard music there. Now our opponent's going to play. Let's confirm. So this first round, it doesn't generate the poem until our following turn. Here is the poem that we have generated. Joy, Love, and Moon. Oh, joy and hope in the first of days, the first love and the last. How bright the sun is o'er the sea when she has passed for me. So, AI-generated poetry. Very interesting. Sometimes it's a little hit or miss. Sometimes it's very good. It is something that is, I know it's being worked on. The developer said that they are training the AI to get better and better at the generation. So we have King. Will deal 5 damage for every card you have in your hand. At most, we're gonna have 2, so at most it's gonna deal 10 damage. You can see in the parentheses is the amount of damage it would do if we can like just throw things in. Let's say it'll do 10 damage, which isn't bad. What do we have? Card has less than 2 ends, less than 2 cards. Draw 1 from your deck. That's not gonna happen. If your last poem contained mostly Passion Words and Inflict 3 Soulburn, it does not. So if there's any cards that have like an effect that is activated, it'll be glowy, sparkly like this. So this one you can tell that it's not activated because 2 is not mostly. If we had 1 more, we might have been okay. Unfortunately, none of these really help us right now. We have a lot of restoring restoration, but I might just toss this. Doesn't seem like we're gonna get that. And if that's the case, we'll go with something like this, maybe? Although we could theoretically set ourselves up for like a nature turn if we get a card that like deals with nature. Nah, I think we'll just go with this. Yeah, the deck currently in its... Even with the extra cards that have added to it, is still, you know, not really where it needs to be. Heaven, earth, and the sea, the earth and the sky. What the moon doth daily see, my mind I rest upon, and wholly lie upon that theme which thou dost me. Interesting. So, last opponent, so we don't have to worry about that. So, fortunately, the opponents kind of have like the same deal. Like, this isn't really going to do anything for them. This isn't going to do anything for them, but the wind will. They did a buttload of damage to us. Alright, we got some gloom words. I like gloom words. King, desire, and life. When my days in life are ended, fain I would forever live, for the king's sweet love is blended with his heartfelt zeal. Alrighty. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to use death this turn. I really like death. Usually you're able to... I was able to use death quite often, but we're unfortunately not going to be able to in this case, because we need to have only 2 or less cards. Unfortunately, our opponent isn't heartbroken either. I'm kind of thinking we do something like this, and we save these 2 Gloom cards. I really want to build around Gloom if possible. It's quite good. Like today, I chose violence. That's if you're in that kind of mood, then you absolutely want Gloom. All my thoughts are tossed and bent. The mystery of that year, in its rain and wind, in its snow and wind and rain, the world is still but seeming gray, and all my fear of death's away. Okay. Fear, snow, and wind. We're gonna get 25 damage here. Oh my goodness. That's so much damage. Fire is also quite good. War, flower, and sky. But oh, the little children of the sky, we love them yet. Yet must our eyes be dim with watching there the great white flag of battle, and as it flies above their native sea. Gotta see. Last contain mostly nature words. I mean, sure. We got sea, wind, and, you know, maybe we'll go with sea, wind, and fire. We're almost earth, wind, and fire. We're very close. Very close. We did a lot of damage there, though. Happy with that. Fire, king, and sea. The king rode forth upon his coal-black steed. His bonnet was of gold so bright. And to the sea came a gallant squire with his bride in bridal white. Oh no, we got Soulburn, who was 7 health at the start of our turn. Sea, wind, and fire. When I was 20 and the air was 53. What? Air was 53? And all the world was young with wind and sea and fire, with little children clinging to my knees, they would not let me go to heaven's desire. Okay, man. That's a... What? Some of these just make me cry, but the air was 53. What does that mean? Can somebody please break down this poem for me? What is the possible meaning of this? First, we had no gloom words in our last poem. Gonna restore some health to me. Unfortunately, we can't like write with less cards. You need to play 3. Kind of like stuck with these 2 gloom cards. Although we could do something like this, just to get a gloom card in there. So we have this next turn. We'll go ahead and do that. Although we are stomping Flora for this is the 3rd time now. Love, sun, and greed. I love the sun. I love you well. If he should ever come and find us here, he'll be my comfort in his time. I love lamp. So they get focus, draw an extra card, turn. Oh, we got soul burn, we're gonna lose 7. So this is like a damage over time effect. Lose 7 health at the start of your turn. King, life, and sorrow. To him that was the king of all his days, to the deathless life he owes, for he is now in sorrow drowned, who late did joyous live and sing. What? Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I am a fan of poetry, but sometimes this is like more prose than you know, your typical rhyming scheme poetry. So get some rejuvenate on us, which is good. Unfortunately, did not contain mostly passion word. We got some passion out of it though. Oh, something I forgot to mention. So like each keyword has like different synonyms as well that like benefit. So like joyous is a synonym of happiness, glee, bliss, delight, etc. Like life is alive, birth, born, stuff like that. Death, deceased, dying. So we'll go with joy. Unfortunately, this round, I don't know why this specific combat, I have not had less than 2 cards in my hand the whole time. That might be because some of the cards that I got rid of, or of the 2 cards I got rid of, I think at least one of them discarded a card in our hand, so that might be why. Might want to look into that. Well, we'll go with something like this. I'm thinking, I still want to hang on to the death. Get some rejuvenation, restore some health. Mind, moon, and desire. When the moon goes down to the east and my mind is in slumber, how lovely and peaceful, full of peace is my love. What? Oh, and how happy and perfect she is that I worship, etc. Sassy. Yeah. We're gonna get some damage here. Gonna do a little bit of healing. Interesting take when you're ending a poem with etc, etc. Joy, sky, and flower. And now, like a flower in the summer, the birds make their joy in the sky. But not a note of my love is heard as they sing on the old apple tree. Well, we did have 2 nature words, so we get 2 inspire, deal 50% more damage, seems pretty good. Mostly passion words, so we got an equal amount, both passion and nature. Inflict 3 soul burn, I'm okay with that. So we can discard a card from our hand. Unfortunately, it will not be the card we want it to be. I don't think we do that, although it doesn't make a difference here, because we can't necessarily play this with the Gloom card. We're gonna go do this, and probably gonna get rid of the Love card. Most likely. Let's get rid of the Love card. I want to hang on to the Gloom. So we draw 3 cards at the start of each turn, so we'll be able to play Gloom this time. It deals 30 damage. Floor's about to get sniped. We played a triple? A triple, baby! How beautiful is the sunlit sky that shows its rich crimson dye, like an infant's face that lies on a bed of flowers to rest and feel that the wind is singing or sighing by where the roses are aglow. Not bad. Good. We're gonna take a buttload of damage here, though. Oh, you took away my one-shot. Unfortunate. Music, desire, and moon. The moon is a bird that never dies, and yet I know that she sings not, and yet in my heart's desire, my soul with the music of her voice doth still aspire. Ugh. Getting tongue-tied. Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll rejuvenate a little bit. We can deal... Messing with my ability to play. What did we get? Draw an extra card because of focus? Yes. Restore 10 health. Restore 10 health. Although, we do war. And hold on to joy and do flower war. So one interesting thing to note, this is what I was just thinking about, is does the order matter in which you play these? Like, does that affect the AI in which, like, the keywords are placed into something? It hasn't seemed that way so far, but you never know. Do something like war, life, flowers. If that, like, kind of influences the way the AI thinks. Although we'd still be able to do 50% more damage next turn. Fire King and Snow. Who will be our king when the snow is gone and the birds in their nests fly? You sing us a song of summer again. Hey, that one's not too bad. War, life, and flower. O thou who hast the secret of my soul, O blessed and ever springing life, that art the flower that lifts its golden crown when war has left its lilies and its roses down. So, our opponent is not heartbroken. Although, if played with Gloom card, we can inflict heartbreak. But we might just get rid of this death finally. Because then we could do 30 damage on the next turn. Because the opponent will be heartbroken. Fortunately, we didn't get mostly nature. Let's go. We're gonna rejuvenate a little bit as well. Sun, sea, and desire. All the world's an eddy of gold. An eddy? An eddy of gold. And the sea a river of silver. And earth has but one sun, for God is love and nothing else can be better. So, we are going to get heartbroken here, unfortunately. That poem just hit us right, it was too close to home. My heart's destroyed. Joy, love, and death. Love, let him die, and that shall not see death's shadow on his brow. The soul of joy and hope he knew. I've actually seen this one before, so there are repeats, which is good to know. So not like, the AI does generate things, but it will come back to certain things if, like, specific keywords are used. So, we're gonna snipe them right here, because they are heartbroken. We'll play Sorrow, King, and... it doesn't matter here. Let's go with Sky. Take the sword to the face, Flora. Alright. Merle has won the duel. Let's get another card here. So if your last poem contains mostly gloom words, inflict 3 Dispirit. Heal 50% less time. It could be pretty good. I really like gloom. I don't really care for ego. The last poem contains gold, draw 1 card from your deck. Although, the last poem contains 3 brilliance words, draw 1 card from your deck. Interesting. I'm gonna go with gloom. And I'm thinking we march along. Oh, I'm always willing to teach a young wizard a few tricks, but if you want to truly grow, you should find all kinds of opponents to learn from. That is exactly what we are going to do, Flora. Exactly what we're going to do. Although I'm going to edit the deck first. So what are the cards that I took out of this deck? So it was time, draw one card from your discard pile, discard one card. So just that one extra being able to discard one card has kind of like messed with us a little bit. Not too much though. Restore 7 health for every ego card you have in your hand. So I think I'm going to... I could potentially drop the king. But it's just it's a consistent 5 damage usually, so maybe not. These are all like pretty good. Thinking maybe get rid of Sky here. This like almost never happens. And we're gonna give ourselves another Gloom card for now. Start making our way over to, who is this? Elena, Lady of Grimwarp. Yeah, let's start making our way over there. Coming for you. Oh. Okay. Let's do it this way? No. Alright, so every time we move, we are using up a ration. There we go. We figured it out in the end. Greetings. What brings a shepherd this far north? Startle. Are you making fun of me? I am a lovely lady or lad. Honestly, I'm sorry to say I can't tell. Very androgynous, us. Let's go. So I'm thinking something like Brilliance. King, Brilliance, and... Gloom word in our last pound. We could do something like this. Nice 20 damage to open up. Night, Moon, and Love. Go ahead. Confirm. Just focus. We got Heartbreak too. Boo. Here, King, Fear, and Fire. I was the king of bleh. Excuse me. I was the king of Egypt. I saw thee with thy eyes. The day came on when thy dread scepter shook all of the skies. Then fear not for me if thou canst conquer or live in peace. That is a weird word. Canst. Yeah. Collect 1 Rejuvenate on yourself for every Gloom word in your last poem. That is good. Do we have any Gloom words with us? No. Discard a card from the hand. Something like this. Get rid of the passion. Then we could probably use music next turn. What do you got for me, Elena? Night, Moon, and Love. Oh, night! For this I die, and this my fate. Death is the moon of love that shines in grief. This night for me her light doth ever shine, and deathless day for me should ever joined. Joined. What is joy? What? No. What are you doing, AI? Ever joined. Ow. It's so much damage. Joy, boon, and the wind. A wind in the night, and a storm on the main, and an angry wind at a sea on the main. Rhyming main with main, that is like... Ugh. Don't do that. Joy is like the sea that is an empty and dumb, but the joy has a voice and a smile on its brim. Rhyming main with main, rookie mistake, AI. Rookie mistake. So we'll get 2 Inspire. Good. Are we heartbroken? Yeah, we can't restore any health. Unfortunate. Something like this, I suppose. Why is that so loud? The little, like, violin sound. Sorrow, wind, and anger. And when the winter moon was rising, as with the storm the snow was blowing, on a day the stranger journeyed forth to look at all the peasants' landscape. Pleasant even, and the meadows white and leafy, where his sister child has stolen sorrow. I am not moved by this. Although we're doing a... You know, Elena, you are nothing to mess with. Music, war, and sorrow. Yet there are souls whose music awakes the song of sorrow to the skies, and in their very presence dies, to make us know what life is worth for this earth that we have sown. Fair enough. Do big restore turn. Unfortunate that we really are not being able to use this, make use of this death. Oh, they got a triple, baby! Death-born blood. But in this, the first of his great deeds was done, and that is why it seems so hard for me to sing of battle and of bloodshed war. Yeah, I can get down with that one. I'm telling you, gloom is where it's at. You know, darkness is what makes, you know, great art. Life, flower, and desire. But now, alas, thou art dead. The fruit and flower of life are fled, and all the love in life left thee is buried deep in dust and sea. I like that one. I don't know what it means, but it had a pleasant rhyming scheme. So we could use something like this. Activate the gloom. Let's do it. Elena is currently kicking my tushy. Time, fear, and beauty. Time passed and the old world faded and fled. Fear, anger, and hate, love fled. Fled with fled. And all that was good and old was dead. Okay, you know, I'll take it. I'll take it. Smack me for 14. King, love, and death. Short one, short and sweet. I've told you the story and now you know me. My love is a king of angels. I sing it, he died. I sing it, he died. For some reason that broke me. I don't know what about that was so funny to me, but it was very comical to my brain. I don't know, man. Unfortunately, it did contain mostly gloom words. Discard a card from our hand. Oh, that's not activated though. Oh yeah, we're dispirited. Unfortunate. No, we want to discard one. I'm gonna discard the sea. It's still making me chuckle. That was very funny. It was very blunt, very to the point. He died. Oh, another triple. Man, Elena's got a good deck. Elena has the deck I want. Just all gloom and doom. He died in the day, and my tears did flow on the ground where he slept at last. But his heart is alive as a red breast's, and his blood runs warm in his breast. Stop rhyming the same thing with the same thing. Okay, that's something that they definitely need to work on. It is not a rule that you can't rhyme with the same word. It's not a rule, but it is considered not good form to rhyme a word with itself. The rule can be broken every now and then, but this is not every now and then. This is actually fairly often. Sorrow, joy, and moon. Sings the sweet bird with every note. Beneath his shade, the moon doth pale. Oh, my joy and sorrow's gone. Now with my soul's lost alone. Sorry, I have to make these more entertaining for myself. Some of them are good though. I enjoy some of them. Deal 3 damage for every nature word in your last poem, so 3. Oh, we're still dispirited, unfortunately. Oh, we could have had such an explosive turn too. I think we save both of these for next turn. So we can do like basically an extra 5 damage each, another 10 damage. Death, moon, and anger. Who shall escape from that horrible death? Aye, but she knew not, nor could love. The moon had a set of cold white face upon her eyes were gone. You're losing me. It's very entertaining. I'm genuinely excited to see like the AI's progress and it get better. Also, we have died, unfortunately, but I think that's where we're gonna call it. Mostly because I'm getting tripped up and tongue-tied. I apologize. There's a lot of reading here, a lot of confusing prose. But yeah, I'm very excited to see what is in store for this game. But I will leave a link in the description to check the game on Steam. There's a demo now available that you can check out. Wishlist the game if it is something that you enjoy. So my thoughts on the game, it is a very interesting deck builder. It has a very novel concept and like kind of like core gameplay loop, and I think that's fun. It's something different. Building poems with like different keywords and stuff, and those keywords kind of like cascading into the next turn for you to like benefit from is an interesting thing that I haven't seen a lot of other deck builders do. Like I find the actual like world and lore and just aesthetics very endearing. It's something interesting. Like I said, again, it's just a very weird and wacky concept of like dueling wizards that use poetry in their battle. Like it's like a poetry slam kind of like diss track kind of thing. It's really interesting. I would love to see any of these poems like broken down by somebody and like kind of analyzed to death. That would be really cool. But yeah. Anyway, we're gonna call it here. My name has been Xenogard. I thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time immensely. If you enjoyed this video, you can leave a like down below, comment if you're into that sort of things. Subscribe, please. I'm trying to get at least over 100 subscribers, maybe potentially to 1,000 by the end of the year. That would be really, really cool. So if you could help me out with that, I would greatly appreciate it. But anyway, hope you have a wonderful day, evening, afternoon, morning, night, whatever it is for you. Okay, bye!